the beginning and the end. We live beneath the long shadow of a question mark, vast, silent, and unyielding. Why are we here? Who are we really? From what depths did we arise, and toward what unseen horizon are we being carried? These questions are not ornaments of thought. They are wounds in consciousness. From the moment the human mind first awakened to itself, from the instant a thinking animal realized that it existed within a universe indifferent to its presence, these questions have haunted us like a half-remembered dream. At the far end of a biological journey spanning millions of years, when early humans first stood upright beneath the sky, they did not merely hunt and survive. They wondered. They sensed that they had been thrown into a world governed by forces they did not understand: storms, seasons, birth, decay, death. Awareness itself became a burden. To be conscious was to be unsettled. Myth was humanity's first response to this disturbance. Through stories of gods, ancestors, cosmic births, and apocalyptic endings, early humans tried to weave meaning into a chaotic universe. These narratives were not childish fantasies. They were serious intellectual attempts, forged with the only tools available: imagination, analogy, fear, hope. Much later, philosophy emerged, and with it a new courage, the courage to question the sacred stories themselves. Still later, science arose, armed with observation, measurement, and experiment, offering explanations that required neither divine drama nor cosmic intention. From the beginning, these two great ways of understanding, mythic, religious, and philosophical, scientific, stood in tension. The history of thought bears the scars of this struggle. Anaxagoras accused of impiety for claiming the sun was not a god. Socrates condemned for corrupting the youth. Bruno burned for imagining an infinite universe. Spinoza cast out for identifying God with nature. Hume denied academic respectability for daring to doubt causation and miracles. To question the cosmic story was often to risk exile, silence, or death. Science intensified this conflict. Its method was ruthless in its honesty. What could not be tested, predicted, or observed was set aside. Slowly, the comforting narratives of creation, purpose, and destiny began to erode. Today, the scientific worldview dominates our understanding of origins. The universe began, we are told, in a violent expansion, the Big Bang. Galaxies formed, stars ignited, planets cooled. On one small world, chemistry crossed an invisible threshold and became life. Life became complex. Complexity became consciousness. And consciousness began asking questions. Religion had always spoken not only of beginnings, but of endings. Judgment days, dissolutions, final reckonings. But where did the idea of an end come from? Anthropologists suggest a simple yet profound origin. Early humans observed death everywhere. Plants withered, animals died, seasons decayed into winter. It seemed natural to imagine that what perished in parts might perish as a whole. If beings end, perhaps the world itself must also end. From this intuition grew myths of cosmic destruction, fires, floods, collapses of heaven itself. Strangely, science now speaks a similar language, though stripped of moral drama. It tells us that stars burn out, galaxies drift apart, entropy increases. The universe itself may end, not with judgment but with silence, heat death, collapse, or endless expansion into cold darkness. Religion and science, though opposed in spirit, converge here, in their admission that nothing lasts forever. Biology traces our lineage with dispassionate precision. Single-celled life nearly 4 billion years ago. Multicellular organisms after unimaginable stretches of time. Mammals emerging from catastrophe. The genus Homo flickering into existence only yesterday by cosmic standards. Modern humans, us, appearing a mere 200,000 years ago. Civilization itself, with all its empires and scriptures and philosophies, occupies only the last thin sliver of time. we stand now at the opening pages of the future. Earth may remain habitable for another billion years. Humanity, if it survives itself, could evolve beyond recognition. 1,000 years from now, 10,000, a million, what forms of mind might exist? What moral sensibilities? What modes of being? And yet, a darker question intrudes. If all of this, every civilization, every work of art, every moral struggle, will be erased when the sun swells and the oceans boil, then what is the point? Are we not like Sisyphus, endlessly pushing the stone of progress uphill, only for it to roll back into nothingness? Astrophysics is merciless in its clarity. Our sun will die, Earth will burn, the solar system will unravel. No prayer, no philosophy, no scientific breakthrough can alter that distant fate. At least, not with anything we presently understand. Religion answers by stepping beyond the physical universe. It claims that meaning does not depend on stars, that consciousness is not reducible to matter, that the human story continues on another plane, untouched by cosmic decay. Science, however, remains silent here. It neither affirms nor denies transcendence. It simply has no instruments to measure it. So we are left standing between two immensities, the universe behind us and the universe ahead, between blind matter and conscious meaning, between determinism and hope. What then is the intellectually honest position? Perhaps it is this, that we do not know, and may never know, whether the universe has a purpose beyond itself. That consciousness may be an extraordinary accident, or a deep property of matter still poorly understood. That meaning may not be written into the cosmos, but written by us within it. If the universe is indifferent, then dignity lies in our defiance of that indifference. If everything ends, then value is not diminished, it is intensified. A fragile thing is not meaningless because it is fragile. It is precious because it is. We strive not because the universe guarantees us permanence, but because consciousness demands expression. We seek truth not because it will save us from extinction, but because ignorance is unbearable. We create beauty not to outlast the stars, but to illuminate the brief moment we inhabit beneath them. Whether guided by divine intention or drifting through cosmic silence, humanity's task remains the same: to think honestly, to act humanely, and to bear the weight of awareness without surrendering to despair. Between the beginning and the end, this, perhaps, is enough.